One of the things I wasn't sure about in the story, how long was it, you move out of your apartment in Brooklyn, your mom passes, and then you're diagnosed with cancer. What's the timeline there? Like, was that all within just a couple of months? Was there a few years in between?
It was about a month.
A month.
A month. I was diagnosed with cancer on June 27th. And I had told Sal I don't want my mother to know because it would kill her if she found out that I had cancer. She ended up in the hospital. She knew something was wrong with me because I would immediately go out to her whenever she was sick. And July 15th, she passed away. And we moved out, I believe it was July 30th. When I got the diagnosis, I just yelled no. It felt like 3 minutes. It was maybe probably 30 seconds. But I was very angry at God at that point. Very angry.
Were you a Christian at this time?
I was. I've always believed in God. I've always trusted God. But I wasn't in the walk with Christ the way I am now. So, I would always pray to him whenever things went wrong. But I never thanked him when things went well. And my faith was there. But when my mom passed away, it was just devastating. And it's almost like I had to put her on a back burner. And I just sat in my living room and said, Mom, I love you dearly, but I can't mourn for you right now. I have to fight for my life. Which at the time, I said, I have to fight for my life. But in reality, I wasn't fighting. The Lord was the one that was carrying me. I was diagnosed in 2003 and I did the chemo. I remember brushing my hair and it was just all coming out. And that was the moment where I was like, oh my gosh. Okay, I'm going bald. So I started chemo and I did intense chemo for about 4 months. I got bad reactions to the chemo. Then after that, I did a month and a half of radiation. And thank God I've been cancer-free since 2004. Amen.
What have you learned about your relationship with God since that time?
I have to trust him. I have to put everything in his hands. And I still have that sense of peace because I prayed. At the time, I didn't know where it came from, really. All I prayed was, God, I don't know where this came from, but please don't take it away. Because I found myself comforting others. And I just have this sense of peace. And so I leave everything in his hands. And through the passing of a lot of family members and other situations in our lives, everyone's like, oh my gosh. And I'm like, okay, it's in your hands, God. And so I just leave everything in God's hands. And I do wholeheartedly trust him for everything.